Hello everyone, my name is Jody Chen. Today I'm going to talk about The Federal Invention, a book by Dorothy Roberts. The subtitle is How the Science, Political, and the Big Business Recreate the Race in the 21st Century, and that really capture what this book is about. Roberts argued that the science and the medicine today are not as the object as we may think in factual superiority, they are being used to bring back old and harmful idea about the race. In just in a new form, her central idea is that race is not a biology feature, it's a political invention. By now, science and the business are making it look biology again. In this presentation, I will explain how that means and why it's so important. Okay. For about the audience, Dorothy Roberts is a law and social sociology professional at the University of the Pennsylvania. She's teaching in Africa study as well. She's very well known for her work and she is very well for her work on race, gender, and the social justice. Some of his, some of her peers, including Curing the Black Body and the Stratter Bones, where she explored how reproductive right and the child welfare system harm black family. Federal invention continue her focus on the racial justice, but in the context of the science and technology. She looked at genetic medicine, DNA testing, and even forcing to show how risk is still being used in powerful and dangerous ways. For the overview of the book explains how race, although proven to be social ID, not a biology once, is being a biology nice. Roberts point out that even though that human general general projects show that humans are 99% genetically at the same to the same, research the company still treat race like is a meaningful genetic category. For example, race-specific drugs are being developed. Policy use DNA databases that including mostly people of color, and the company market at custody testing tests that telling people their racial organ. Roberts argued that all of this may risk seems nature and science, even what is not. For the key concept and terms, Robert introduced several key terms in the book. First is the rebiologization of the race. This means use science to bring back the idea that races are biologically different than their genetic is essential reason. The briefly the DNA can experiencing like the intelligent behavior or the healthy. She also take she also talk about race-based in medicine where doctor prescribe treatment differently based on the pattern raised even when there is not supporting by real data. And finally, the delete a heart drug that was approved only for African American. Robert used this example to show how race is misused in medicine as if it were a biology category. For the main argument of the book is this: race is not biology, it is a social and political query. By science, especially genetically, is making it look biology again. Robots say this is a fatal invention because it's giving the society for legal tendency to raise races and the inequality instead of the solving problem like the healthy disparity or unequal access to care. Race-based basic science high those root cause and blame different on DNA. In reality, social factors like the poverty, pollution, or system re- res- research research are the real cause of the inequality. For research, for research and the methods to build her argument, Roberts used the many kind of the evidence, including history research, to show how the science goes back to slavery and ingredients. She interviews a science doctor and the civil rights leaders. She presents case study of the how race is used to medicine, laws enforcement, and the beverage company. She also used the legal analysis and the critical race theory this interdisciplinary approach let her connect what happening in society today with deeper system of the injustice and discrimination. For key findings, the robots share many real-world examples. For example, generative history company often claim that tell people their race through DNA, which reinforce racial thinking. Policy department use DNA databases that contain disproportionately number of the Black and Latino people, which lead to more surveillance and arrest. Drug company market treatment like the be deleted for one race group, even though there are not strong evidence that the drug worked differently by the race. This example show that racism hasn't disappeared, it's just taking on a new science form. For what matters. This book is very important because it helps us to see how races work in new ways. It doesn't always come in the form of the hate or violence. Sometimes it is hidden in the medical guideline, genetic data, or the software. Roberts warned that if we accept race as the biology, we allow unfair system to continue. Instead, she called on a society doctor or the policy market to reject race based on science and focus on the justice. She believes science should be used to fight inequality and reinforce it. For the dialogue with the early reading, this book also connect with all the reading we have done in the class. Some of those will talk about race as the performance, culture, or identify. Roberts taught that further by the showing how race is also built in the society, practice, and the government system. She so she showed that even when people don't mean to be racist, their work can still have racist effect. Her book adding the urgency to our class discussed about the race and the structural injustice. For the conclusion, fatal invention is the powerful critical of the how science, politics, and the business are reshaping race in the 21st century. Dorothy Roberts showed us that race is not in our DNA, it is in our history, in our laws, and in our institution. Her message is clear. If we want justice, we must stop being the race as the science category. Instead, we need to focus on the real source of the inequality and the what toward a more inclusive further. And that's all information we share today. And thank you for your listening and thank you for your patience. And you have a good day.